Today we are using the wheel of Super Bowl rings to build our Madden team, and how this will work was I'll spin a wheel and whoever player in that position has that number of rings you'll be able to put on your team. So for example, if I spin the wheel on wide receiver and I get a wide receiver with 0 rings, players that are available for that are somebody like Jamar Chase, Calvin Johnson. So I hope you get the idea from that, and let's get into the gameplay. Okay, so I wasn't able to get the wheel, but here's a good example here. The first wheel spin, I got 1 ring for my player, and I was able to get Cooper Kupp since he has 1 Super Bowl win. So yeah, I hope you understand. It's simple like that. Next wheel spin, and let's see how many rings we're gonna get here. As I see, we have landed on 1 ring. And you know, one player I'm thinking of with 1 ring that's a wide receiver? Tyreek Hill. So we're gonna go ahead and buy him. And there you go, easy as pie. Next wheel spin, we are getting a player with 3 rings, and I know the player I'm thinking of, Mr. Michael Irvin. And yeah, so let me explain. You're not gonna have that many players with a high amount of rings in each position every time, so I have to change the number. Like, there's no Mel Blount in this game, and he's the cornerback with like the most rings. He has 4 rings, but he's not in the game, so I'm adjusting the wheel to whichever players are in the game. As we get 0 rings for our tight end, which means I have to get my boy Donald Parham Jr. He's probably my favorite card in the game right now, so I was blessed to get this at tight end. I'm so happy. Man, I could just like eat his ass. Don't sue me, YouTube. Okay, so we're doing running backs next, and you want to end up with any number besides 2. Just any number besides 2. And of course, we get 2. Very nice wheel of names. You know who has 2 rings as a running back? Sony Michel. Or at least that's the only one that's in the game. So I have a 78 overall running back. Thank you very much, Sony Michel. Alright guys, we're going to save quarterback best for last. So right now, let's move on to the defense. And of course, we're doing defensive backs. And believe it or not, but not a lot of defensive backs stay on teams that win rings. So there's only one with 4 that I know that's a defensive back. And that'll be Mr. Ronnie Lott. He was there with the 49ers dynasty. Congratulations to him, and he'll be on our team. And he doesn't have that bad of a card. Now, strong safety is weird because, well, for 3 Super Bowl rings, it's 2 guys, and 1 you might expect, but 1 you just completely don't expect. Duron Harmon, I remember him because he used to play for the Falcons. I think he plays for the Raiders now. He has 3 Super Bowl rings. Obviously, we're not getting him, and we're getting Devin McCourty, but it's just a nice, interesting bit of trivia that Duron Harmon has 3 Super Bowl rings. But either way, Devin McCourty, the 92, was just not on the market, so I have to settle for an 81. So enjoy my pain at him at strong safety. Now, to speed up this video, and because corners don't have that many varieties of the rings, we're just going to do 0 and 1, and of course we get all corners with 1 ring, and perfectly I have that in my lineup. So here are the 3 corners with 1 ring. I'm taking Darrelle Revis, Mike Hayes, and Rondé Barber, as they all are Super Bowl champs. So congratulations to them, and congratulations if you're a fan of them. Next is our linebackers, and linebackers are actually surprisingly well represented in this game for some reason. I guess a lot of teams have good linebackers, but 1 linebacker with 1 ring is, of course, Devin White. So I'll put Devin White in the lineup right here. He's going to be our middle linebacker too, thankfully, and we have 3 more spins to take with linebackers, so let's get into those. Here's our next wheel spin for linebacker, and 0 is basically the jackpot for these right as we hit 0. But 0 is basically the jackpot for these because all of the modern players, of course, or most of the modern players don't have a ring yet, especially the modern superstars. So someone like Patrick Queen right here, I can just have an excuse to use his card, and now he's our middle linebacker. Congratulations to him. Now, for our next wheel spin, once again, linebacker is good at any number. But we have 1 right here, so he's going to have 1 ring. And, you know, I struggled to find a linebacker with 1 ring because I couldn't think of one, but then I realized Clay Matthews has 1 Super Bowl ring. He's 1-time Super Bowl champ, so I went ahead and I got him. I put him in the lineup. So thank you, Clay Matthews, for being on the Packers that disappointed you every year. And last but not least, we get a jackpot again, which is 0 rings. And of course, I'm going to put in my other player that I already have, Mr. Logan Wilson, and I'm pretty sure Bengals fans recognize him, so shout out to Bengals fans. Y'all get some representation in this video. Here's a quick look at our defense before we go ahead and go back and make our spin for the QB. And let's go make our spin for the QB now. Here's our last spin for our QB. Of course, we're going to get a good QB at any one of these ring levels, except for 3, because 3 just didn't have any QBs in Madden at that ring level. But we have a QB with 0 rings, and of course I'm going to get Lamar Jackson because he's the most recent one to drop. I'm like, hey, why not showcase a new card? And I'll tell you, if I like this Lamar Jackson, or he'll show you, he'll prove to you what he's worth and if he's just a running back or not. So congratulations, Lamar fans. I'll push your propaganda for you. But here's our offense and here's how it looked right before we get into the game. But I'm ready to start doing some gameplay, so let's get straight into it. Since my initial audio was messed up due to me accidentally leaving the game sound on, I will be post-recording over this. I'm doing a voiceover, and I'll just give you an insight into the mind of why I do such shitty things in my gameplay. I feel like it's going to be a really good teaching lesson. Now, right here, what I did was smart. I spammed the ball to Donald Parham Jr. Okay, I spammed the ball to Donald Parham Jr., and this crossing route is just so beautiful when it works. Now, sometimes your wide receivers just become the most bitch-made people ever. Like, he didn't do nothing to you, okay? He tapped you a little bit, but you don't want to catch the ball. You're fucking sick, you know that? And on 4th down right here, we try to go ahead and convert. You know, you see routes are open, you think, I can do this, and you get time, but, you know, the pressure always comes to you. It comes at you fast, like life, or like that guy in your face that one time that you swear was a one-time thing, and it's not gay because he gave you $20. But off topic, but look at this amazing run by Denard Robinson here. And honestly, it wasn't even Denard Robinson being good. It wasn't the player's stick skills. It was that my defensive linemen, or linebackers, became the most CTE infested things in football history. It's like they all turned into Antonio Brown. They couldn't see what was going on, but we had to live with that. You got to go out there, you got to live another day, you got to play some good football. And you know, that's what I just did. I just spammed the ball down the middle. I made some vert plays because I saw he was playing a lot of zone, so I just did a lot of verts, and what do you know? So yeah, that's a really good play to beat verts, as I score a touchdown right there with Donald Parham Jr. And man, that Donald Parham Jr. is so good. If you haven't grinded for him, please go grind for him. And by grinding, I don't mean grind on your daddy for his credit card. I mean like actually go out there and grind for him. You daddy's credit card mother. Now listen, daddy's credit card couldn't save him all the time. I made him miss some pretty important plays right here. We forced him to 4th down, and you know, in the spirit of Pete Carroll's Legion of Boom defense, we come up with a big stop right here, and you know, ignore the fact that he kind of just overthrew his receiver. We cooked up, okay. Donald Parham masterclass, by the way. Now, I'm not going to lie, my red zone offense might be one of the worst things in Madden history. I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know why it's so bad. It's slow, painful, methodical, and, you know, during these times, you really learn a lesson. You learn a lesson about life in Madden, and that you have to be patient. Except for when your dumbass running back gets fucking hit and gets pushed all the way back behind the 1st down line. I don't know what the hell Sony Michel was doing, but he should have just went down. I don't know what the hell wrong with him. I wish we could have got another running back. We should have got the other one. On this 2nd and inches, I'm very much expecting a run, right? I expect a run, and he still somehow breaks free. I don't know what's wrong with my entire defensive line. I didn't even do a challenge for you guys, and you guys still suck. You still fail me even at this moment. So that says a lot more about you than it does the rest of the team, that everyone else is outperforming you defensive line. So congratulations on being one of the weakest bunch of bitches I've ever seen. And just because you got that one stop right there, that one time, doesn't make up for any of the assness you just did. Because look at what just happened right there. I don't know how you don't sack Denard Robinson, but all of you should lose your jobs. You all should be getting paid minimum wage. I don't know how you're even allowed to exist in Madden. I'd honestly take you out of the game for that and replace you with auto-generated players, because you don't deserve to honor the likeliness of having yourselves in this goddamn game for children to rage at. But it was a good stop right there, though. Luckily, we have the chance to take the lead with a good drive right here. And, of course, we have to force the ball to Donald Parham Jr. And I'm not going to lie, he just caught some bullshit there. But we love bullshit when it's favoring us. Isn't that right, Donald Parham Jr., as he continues to run and destroy the whole entire team anally? We're getting the red zone right here. And I'm not going to lie, my red zone offense is very mid, as you've seen from the last few drives. But, you know, sometimes good things happen. And I think that was Cooper Kupp who called it. You said I forgot the only players I had in my challenge. Well, you know what? You can go suck my cock, okay? I'm very tired recording this. So after I went up before the 2nd half, he got the ball back, right? And he started dotting me up. Not going to lie. He dotted me up right there. I was scared of getting a field goal kicked on me. But this lucky linebacker just jumps that man's route and just saves the day. And I don't think I had any part to do with that, but I'm gonna take credit for it anyway. Like, what are y'all gonna say? Okay, nothing y'all say matters to me. I was the one who did it. All right, it's gonna show up in my stat sheet. But anyways, this guy sold. I don't know what's wrong with him. Clear supporter of Deshaun Watson right here. He's a terrible man. I don't know what he likes doing. And he definitely does not support women's rights. Now, my defense, I'm not gonna lie, I gave up on playing defense at a certain point. This is just getting ridiculous. He was killing me with everything. Like, every play was working for him. I don't know why. I know why. It's because my defense is terrible. Okay, I have like almost no defensive scheme whatsoever, and it's shown in my gameplays. Okay, don't judge me. Do you have a defensive scheme, Rand? If so, please give me tips. This is egregious. I'm tired of getting killed every game on defense, man. It's so outrageous, so embarrassing what happens to me on defense. Now, I've tried switching up between man and zone defense, but yeah, a lot of Madden is a lot of playbook reading, but I guess a lot of playbook reading is in real life. But then again, a lot of cheese is in this game too. But as we say that, we get a sack right there. So I'm glad my D-line is finally doing this job and being useful for something for once. However, one rule you must learn about the game of Madden is that you never compliment your defense or offense until the job is finished, okay? You only make sure to do anything when the job's finished, because nothing is ever sacred in this game. Any type of bullshit can go wrong any point in this game, so make sure you're always prepared for that, kids. Now that I'm down a touchdown, I have to go back to my original game plan, which is spamming Donald Palm Jr. until he finally breaks down and just allows my team to score a touchdown out of sheer and pure anger at the game of Madden, where he gives up. And honestly, it was going to work until Sony Michel becomes the worst receiving back I've ever seen. Like, these two back-to-back missed catches made me so mad, dog. We're lucky that the other team missed a field goal so we can get the ball back and attempt to score a touchdown here. But Sony Michel, you are not forgiven until further notice. And by the way, we got bailed out right here majorly. I'm so glad that happened because I don't know what I was doing. But thank you, man. Finally, your bull goes in my favor. Now, I may not be a genius, but if I do know one thing, it's that these wheel routes under a zone always just bludgeon the other team's defense. He just I just keep getting them right here. I mean, I spammed the play twice. It worked both times, and now I'm in field goal range. That right there, ladies, is how you play offense and defense. Why did I say ladies and not ladies and gentlemen? I don't know. Maybe there are some hot chicks watching this video. I doubt it, though. Madden's a very sweaty game, and who wants to be associated with that? We are making our final push to the end zone here. We're just trying to get some good yardage, make some good plays, and make sure we're able to get into the end zone and score quickly in the end zone. I find Donald Palm Jr. right here, and he breaks a tackle. He goes and he takes us perfectly in the field goal range with less than 30 seconds left. This is a big moment in the game. We have to score here if we want any chance of winning. The pressure is all on me, and it's in the red zone. Luckily, my guy right here, I believe that is Donald Parham Jr. once again coming to save the day. Everyone, just please, if there's no other gameplay that convinces you to go ahead and grind those challenges out, it's this one, okay? Because you see, I didn't do anything to deserve to be put back in this game, yet I'm in it, and I'm taken right back out of it, okay? After you do those Donald Parham Jr. challenges, make sure to do some defensive practice challenges or whatever, because boy, don't you need it. Now, also, remember to get a brain before you play Madden 2, because I don't know why you go for it there, because I just don't get it. Okay, I couldn't explain to it. I couldn't rationalize it. You just probably shouldn't have went for it there. Now, my main goal every gameplay is to always make the opponent rage, and I'm pretty sure I'm doing a good job of that right now, because if I was him, I'd be quite unsatisfied with the game. Some might say slightly unhappy. Some might say taking the joy out of the game a little bit. And you know what? That's just what I'm here to do. Make sure that less people are playing this game so we can send a message to EA. Right here in the red zone, I always struggle, and right here you can see I make a very risky play, and I don't know why I went back to Sony Michel. It's like going back into an abusive relationship after, she embarrassed you in front of all your friends and called your dick tiny. That's what it was like throwing it back to Sony Michel. I don't know why I was doing it, but I clearly needed help to be freed from that man. Come on, right here, big play right here. We get a pass to Parham Jr. and he catches the ball for a touchdown. All we have to do is kick this field goal and make it, and we win the game. It looks like they flag us, so we get 2 opportunities, but we don't need 2 opportunities. That's how you win the game. That's how you win a game of football right there, folks. That is a masterclass of Madden. from a terrible player. Congratulations on seeing one of the best games you've ever seen in your life in Madden and real life football. I hope you like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy more content on this channel. I thank you for watching, and be safe, my friends.